just got back, running a little behind from doing the new comic book day runs, but it was worth it. Definitely a good day. Choking on water. Don't advise that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Boom, here we are. Hey, what's up, Joseph? How we doing? We got things dialed in enough. I don't even know, can you, oh, see, you can't see the mess that is right here in front of me. You just probably see, yep, here, a stack and a stack. Boy, it's exciting right now. I'm sifting through a small collection, some first volume Star Wars, or Marvel first volume Star Wars, early Defenders, early X-Men, a bunch of early Doctor Strange. I want to get all that sifted through, and then we'll get that run through upcoming shows and whatnot. But for today, it is New Comic Book Day. So primarily, we're going to stick to New Comic Book Day titles. As always, I want to know what's at the top of the list for you. Which cover was it, or which storyline was it? There's a lot of things going on in the two big boys, as well as a lot of cool indies that are I mean, some of my favorite current ongoing indies right now are right around like the issue 4 and issue 5. But as always, gotta swoop up those number ones, because you never know. You just never know. Oh, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the shares. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, hit the bell. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, also hit the bell. I appreciate you. Okay, if you're seeing something that you like, you know what to do. Comment below or shoot us a DM. We'll get it set aside and dialed up for you. Shipped off, prim and proper. Okay. So, New Comic Book Day, I'll save those two for the side. Let's start off with one of the FEPIC, let's start off with the FEPIC Indie of the Week, right? So we're gonna start off with my favorite Indie of the Week, right? This is from Wes Craig, Wordy and Androll. This is Kaya, issue number 5. We're on issue to number 6 now. Why I'm geeked about this, we're 6 issues in. We're getting a little bit more of an origin and a backstory. So catch this, if you haven't already. So after the destruction of their village, a young girl with a magic arm and a lightning spirit is tasked with delivering her brother to a faraway safe harbor. There, he's destined to discover the secret to overthrowing the all-powerful empire that destroyed their home. I mean, yeah, geeked. Anyways, so not only is a big sis, or Kaya, more or less, the protector of little bro, she's got this arm, and in this issue, we're gonna kind of get the origin of how the arm came about. There's also kind of this, these whisperings of, was she supposed to be the chosen one, and maybe because she lost her arm, she is no longer? I don't know. We'll get more into it, but again, if you have not jumped into Kaya, definitely worth the swoop. Definitely worth the swoop. If you need a copy, you know what to do. Hit us up. This is one of those indies I would love to see translated into an ongoing series. Something well done. Hit me with an Apple series. You know what I mean? So in the meantime, do I have currents? I do. In the meantime, keep swooping up those indies. I'm gonna grab this whole run all the way through. And of course, the cover A has been a series of ongoing, so I'm gonna keep grabbing that as well. If you don't know already, then let me remind you, if you missed something from New Comic Book Day, from this show, slide over to Instagram. That's @FEPIC_. You can check out some of the books a little more closely, uptight, high and tight, if you will. And you can swoop them up over there as well. All right, so that was my FEPIC Indie of the Week. Definitely a worthy grab. Kaya, issue number 6. Let's go FEPIC covers, shall we? which also had a lot to do in the realm of indies. All right, FEPIC covers of the week. This is from Spears. All right, I swooped this up because I basically grab everything Spawn. Even though I'm not entirely caught up with the current ongoing, still worth a grab. But this would have been a cover buy regardless. This is your reworked clown. That is your, technically I think it's your cover A from Spears. It is. That's a Gunslinger, issue number 18. Yep, Mark Spears and Kevin Keane on the cover. And then per usual, you've got Brett Booth has been the ongoing interior artist. But this is Gunslinger's been a lot of fun actually. But Spawn is tied back into the current story. So definitely worth a swoop if you want to jump in and not have to be like too behind on things. Gunslinger's a good issue, or excuse me, a good title to do that. Issue to issue with still an ongoing over arc, right? That's what we want. We want those issue to issues so we don't feel like we're too far behind. But if we've been tuned in, we want it to feel like it ties into something bigger, something cosmic, if you will. Okay. What issue is that one? I'm so behind. Test swoop. Yep, I got your test swoop. Well, which swoop you after? Kaya or Gunslinger? Okay, that was one of our FEPIC covers of the week. I've got 3 of them for you, right? I know I usually have like 10, and then I have a hard time deciphering like which one speaks to me the most of like my favorite. I can't do that this week. I can't. So we have 3, and I'm not mad that all 3 of them are indie titles. Okay. This is your I'm gonna murder this name. Jonathan Marks Beraveshia. This is The Last Ronin, Lost Years, issue number 2. This is an absolutely gorgeous cover. I mean, piece of art, if you will. Oof. Gorgeous. I don't know if you've been following along, but it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool in terms of like this. You're getting kind of 2 glimpses of like a prequel to Last Ronin as well as post, where we're seeing Casey and what's her face's daughter training the next era of turtles, which is pretty awesome, as well as a prequel to The Last Ronin. Yeah, okay, there we go. Swoop that up. Not only obviously for the title itself, Eastman always going to be doing his thing, but the actual cover. This is definitely one of our FEPIC covers of the week, and I feel like I've done a decent enough job pronouncing it once, and I'm not going to murder it the second time through. That's The Last Ronin, Lost Years. Issue number 2, technically that's your cover C. Again, if you want to see what you've already missed, slide over to IG at FEPIC_. And while you're there, hit the link in the bio and go subscribe to our YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. Test swoop. What issue is that one? Joseph, you let me know which one we're talking, or we can link up after the episode. You know I always got you. The 3rd cover definitely looks like it was done originally as a watercolor piece. It is absolutely gorgeous. Who did the cover? Oh, we have to find out. I have to give appropriate props to this because it's gorgeous. But this is Frank Miller presents Frank Miller's Pandora, issue number 3. And that's technically your cover B, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. I am such a sucker for watercolor. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big Peach fan, but just in general, abstract, portrait, whatever, like I just love watercolor. Hit me with some scenery, just like, But again, I think this is the first primary title that they were releasing through Frank Miller Publishing. So not only am I grabbing that all the way through simply just to have the first run of the first title from his first, self-published whatever, but also, God, just absolutely gorgeous. I will say that the quality of the actual book itself, in terms of the cover and page to page, the quality has gone down tremendously from the first 2 issues. I know that it's really tough, especially when self-publishing, to kind of keep that consistent, but boy, it definitely took a dramatic fall. This cover would pop so much more. It would be that much more gorgeous. I'm also a sucker for trees. Love it, love it. This just looks like a place I would like to spend an entire day. All right, keep it pushing. I got geeked out. Pick your favorite cover. Swoop Ronin, good swoop on that Ronin, absolutely gorgeous. My favorite cover of the Ronins, I mean, it was part of those 3 covers that I have up there right now. If you slide over to IG, those are my FEPIC covers of the week. The standard Pandora cover, there's your cover A. We'll knock that out right now. There's another cover, I think it's the Eastman wraparound that we're gonna get to. That definitely would have made that thought to be on the FEPIC cover podium, all right? But yeah, if you guys have not been keeping up with Last Ronin, and now obviously Last Ronin Lost Years, swoop those up. Some are easier to find than others. If you need help with that, I think I've got a full run of both the original as well as right now as we sit around here with the prequel. That's your Pandora. Frank Miller's Pandora cover A. Set that up there with the cover B. Yeah, pick my favorite cover out of those 3. I don't know. I think I might have to go just because the Pandora and Ronin covers are similar in the sense of like that watercolor style, right? That Gunslinger cover and that reworked clown is just menacing. All right, it's uncomfortable. All right, I just said his name, so we might as well get to it. Here is your, I think this is Eastman, and he's been like sharing cover duties, if I'm not mistaken. No title page. You lied to me? Eastman and Federici. Eastman and Federici. I'm game. What I'm really game for, sorry, this is as we wind down Armageddon Game. This is Armageddon Game. You also have Alliance going on. It did the crossover with the ongoing. We're winding all that down. What I'm excited for, here we are. On the back, hit you with the preview of Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo. Like, yo, this This is what I need. This is what I need. Like I'm geeked. I love me some Turtles in the Power Rangers, Turtles and was it Justice League or something like that. Oh, great. Give me your Usagi Yojimbo. Now we're talking. Especially if Stan is involved. Mr. Sakai himself. I'm geeked for that. In the meantime, there you are. That's your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon game, issue number 6. That is your cover C. That is your Eastman cover. There for 5. Swoop, swoop. What are you guys geeking on this week, huh? What's the title of the week? Got you on Ronin. Oh, you're gonna freeze on me, huh? You're gonna freeze on me, eh? This guy. We're back. I can see you. Swoop cover C. Got you. Yeah, it was frozen. It was not updating. Got you on Rodin, got you on the cover C, and we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. God, I've gone like all indies because that's just, you know, where my heart lies. So we should probably dive into some of the big boy books, I guess. Okay, so Dawn of DC Adventures of Superman issue number 1. There we have it. John Kent traveling through dimensions. Let me just fast forward straight to this. Uh-oh. It's gonna be intense. Yeah. Looking forward to this. And then we also get an introduction. We also get the introduction at the end here. Say what? Lois Lane? You're gonna wanna swoop these up. You're gonna wanna swoop up these early issues. I told you that about the, where were we? Action Comics. Those last 3 issues all had first appearances and introductions and whatnot. Keep swooping. Great time to jump into the storyline. If you haven't already, you're not too far behind. Like I said, we're fresh into it. Soups just returned. Kind of reassumed the mantle as the day-to-day Soups. Build a box, please. Yeah, I've got those set with your others. I'm actually looking right at them. Oh, okay, Hulk. This week, issue 13 of Hulk. Yes, Donnie stepped away, but we're still following his, more or less, his story, right? We've got Otley in finishing it, but it's still his vision, right? So finally, Titan fully takes over, and oh boy, obviously we've been teased this since issue 4, was it, of this run, when Cates was still on. Oh, where are we at? Oh yeah, this is. But we're talking a cosmic battle that we could not even. Let me hit you with one of these panels here. This is I'm but the servant of his plan. And then just starts going to town. Because Titan is not to be messed with. If Bruce is in there, which obviously we know from there's no control at this point. There is no control. This is that kind of that breakout issue that we've kind of been waiting regarding Titan. I'm excited. Lots of destruction. Titan takes over. Hulk issue number 13 or 780 if you're an OG. Grab that cover A. Swoop, swoop. And okay, this was supposed to, I'm so confused with this. This came out last week. Back issue here. Is this one messed up too? Nope, that's the print. Okay, we good. It's technically ASM 21, right? But it's your Disney What If Hulk issue number 1 homage. I don't know if you've been keeping up with these Disney covers, these homage covers. You should grab at least one of each of them because, well, Disney collectors are crazy and they will go about getting theirs. So I always make sure I've got a couple of them set aside just for down the road. They're also adorable. They're also fun. But that issue of ASM 21 that's actually the cover of, that's definitely not an issue for kids. It's definitely not an issue for kids. That's the story you've been waiting for. Oh, this is when he went. Okay, so we're starting the new arc. A year and a half ago, something mysterious happened to Peter Parker during a mysterious happening, and the ensuing 6 months, Peter burned bridges with friends, loved ones, fellow superheroes, to the point where Norman Osborn was the only person who'd give Peter the time of day. And if that weren't enough, Mary Jane Watson came out of the experience in a new relationship and as the mother to 2 children. Peter has since gotten his life back on track, taking on a new job at Oscorp, righting himself with the people he cares about, and rekindling his old flame with Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat. But the shadow of what happened to Spider-Man has loomed over his life like an ever-pressing specter. You are about to learn what happened. All right, from Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. This is ASM issue number 21. So if you've not been following Spidey, again, another perfect issue to jump in. Start of a new arc. Let's have some fun. Okay. Next up, let's do one of the grabs, right? It is New Comic Book Day. You always got to grab new comic books on New Comic Book Day. But sometimes when you roll into your LCS, there's just something on the wall or in the case you're like, that was not there before. And for me, there was a couple issues I had to pick up this week. And let me start with, that other Ronin. Okay, let me start with this. We're gonna go little 88 action. This is your Killing Joke first print. Killing Joke first print. Love me some Alan Moore, and obviously that is a classic story, and this is a crispy copy. So you know what to do. Swoop, swoop. All right, IG. Start trading some of these out. All right, next up, another cover I had to swoop up. Not just cover, actual issue. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and start getting yourself ready for what is to come, because there's a reason Daredevil is going to be 18 episodes. And there's a reason pretty much every other episodic issue or title in MCU has been, 8 to whatever, right? I have a feeling we're gonna get introduced to a lot more than what has already been leaked. With that said, it was confirmed that Punisher is returning, John is returning, and with that, you're gonna just wanna go out and just start swooping up all those Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man covers and issues. Yeah, because they're gonna continue to do. With that said, let's get after it. Classic Daredevil Punisher. That's Daredevil Man Without Fear, issue number 257. Looking unread in this mug. Proper. All right, y'all. It keeps jumping from 6 to 4. Who's all hanging out? Where are you hanging out? Everybody introduce themselves. All right, next up. Now we're in my lane. The Trekkie lane. Oh, drop down to 4. Right when I said introduce yourself, they were like, no, we out. All I want to know is, do I have a bunch of J's in here again? That's how it goes down sometimes. There's your Star Trek. God, what volume are we on now with IDW? I don't know, but I keep swooping them up because I really do keep enjoying them. Even the spin-offs of, let's say, we've had Discovery spin-offs, we've had Strange New World spin-offs, and definitely enjoying the Lower Decks title. Another FEPIC cover. Oh, really? We'll see what happens. Okay. God, we've been rolling. Oh, I guess I just went to an indie. All right. I've been balancing it out. So I thought this was over. I thought this event was done. Clearly it is not. I initially was just kind of letting it pass me by, but then I read one of the digitals and I was like, holy crap, this is kind of possibly going to shape the DC universe's multiverse. So I should probably go ahead and swoop these up. So this is DC Lazarus Planet. This is Revenge of the Gods. And this basically, while sort of concluding one story, then in the final, where are we at? She tried to take her powers away. I'm giving away too much. Boom. It's not done. We're not done because she zaps her powers, and then they basically tell you the story's not done. The revenge continues in Wonder Woman 797. Like, my goodness. So, Lazarus, yeah, anyways. That's where we're at with DC Lazarus Planet. Now, mind you, the other issues, again, still have been worth picking up. There have been multiple first appearances, granted of Elseworld characters, but still first appearances. So, things you want to grab. If you have not already, some of them at this point are going to be hard to track down, those first print cover A's. Others are still definitely littering the shelves. Hit us up. DC, Superman. Okay. Oh, let's go Revenge Story. Yo, this is absolutely crazy. If you're a fan of Kick-Ass, Hit Girl, etc., Mark Miller and Jorge Jimenez's Nemesis Reloaded is definitely worth checking out. Crazy intense, extremely violent, especially towards the police. It's nuts. And it's worth the read. Let me just hit you with my favorite page, panel and page, because it is a full page at this point. It just kind of sets the tone of the madness that this man is willing to wreak on the police. He says, let's fuck this city up with a giant mob, armed mob behind him. Armed, masked mob. Madness. Absolutely madness. Again, definitely, you're only 3 issues in. You should swoop this up. It's intense. This definitely has optionability. And you already know Mark Miller has pre-existing, and Mark Miller and the publishers have pre-existing relations already set with certain production companies. This could easily get optioned, could easily ruffle all sorts of feathers, especially in the blue line community. But regardless, it is a book that makes you think. It might be less on the nose and more just violent, but still worth a swoop. Mark Miller, Jorge Jimenez's Nemesis Reloaded, issue number 3. Okay, this was the cover I was referencing earlier. It is the Kevin Eastman, Ben Bishop wraparound. Yeah, there were a number of covers this week for Lost Years, and I want them all. What's going on, Rex? Happy New Comic Book Day. Hope it's treating you well. Welcome to another FEPIC New Comic Book Day. Just rolling through, bagging and boarding, talking stories. Trying not to Well, that's a lie. I give away all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I mean to, sometimes I'm like, I'm not trying to spoil the story, and then I show you the panel. My bad. Anyways, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin, Lost Years, issue number 2. Again, you've got your prequel story as well as post to what's going on. But this is your Eastman and Ben Bishop wraparound cover, and it's absolutely gorgeous, as all Eastman covers are. I want, I require, I swoop, you should swoop. These are current, right? Yeah. Let's open some current boards. Remove yourself. Swoop up the Ronin. Proper. Proper swoop indeed. I got you, sir. That definitely still made the FEPIC cover of the week list. But it had all kinds of competition, man. This week there was just so much beauty on the rack. I mean, 2 of my FEPIC covers of the week were Last Ronin covers. Shit gets tough. All right, there you go, IG. Only got 2 copies of those left. Excuse me, 1 copy of those that left. Joseph with the swoop. Proper swoop. Swoop blue run. Yep. Okay, next up, another ongoing indie series that I technically am an issue behind, but I picked this up because my issue 11 that dropped today, they look like boo boo. Both cover A and B were all ding 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 ding. So I was like, all right, hold off on that. I'm already behind, so I'm gonna swoop my issue 10. Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nyan. This is your Little Vampires. Sorry, Little Vampires. Little Monsters. Little Vampires is what they are. Issue number 10. This is, again, as I said, from issue number 1, and I pretty much continue to reiterate, is one of those indies that has so much heart behind it and grit. Of course, it's a vampire story, especially it's a kid's vampire story. Kids that have been lied to like most of their lives, so you could see where things can kind of turn ugly, especially when that lie was regarding feasting on humans. Yeah. Anyways, if you have not dove into Little Monsters, definitely take the time, track down the trade papers, grab the single issues. This would make such a great series. I can help you. You know what to do. Hit those comments if you're looking for it. That's issue number 10A, and I've got 11A that dropped. Sitting on 3 copies of each of those. Excuse me. I guess there is a nice balance this week of indies. I felt like it was pretty much predominantly DC Marvel, which is kind of what it was last week. But given we didn't end up doing the show, I think I just felt like it was a little bit heavier, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna hit you with another indie, and definitely one of my favorite ongoings from Kyle Higgins. This is Radiant Black, issue number 22. That's your Eduardo Ferrigato Eduardo Ferrigato cover. Image has done such a great job by just allowing Kyle Higgins' vision of the Radiant universe to just continue to expand. Again, if you have not jumped into an ongoing title that's 22 issues in, I get it. It's like with some folks 2 years back here with Something is Killing the Children. They jumped in right at the end, let's say issue 14 or issue 15, as that first major real arc was concluding. They didn't necessarily get the initial pull-in that set the book on fire, and now has reignited, obviously, with all of the option news and moving forward with production and all that good stuff. But Radiant is another one of those where, boy, that universe is just ripe for the taking. That's Radiant Black, issue number 22. That's your cover A. Okay. And right on time, the yard work crew across the street is putting in that work. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Mike Hawthorne. Okay, so it is Hawthorne doing the interior and Chip Zdarsky. Okay. Here we go. Batman, issue 133. We're still spoiled that we have Chip Zdarsky and Ron V writing the two most storied Batman titles. I know some people might be a little bit impatient, or even in some cases confused with both titles. Regardless, it's been explained now. Ron V is writing and structuring Detective Comics, his run on it, as an opera, and that includes how an opera is presented in terms of its acts, so to speak. So this is just a great time to be a fan of Bats and swoop up the two ongoing. That's Batman and Detective Comics. Swoop them up. More indies from Tynan. This is House of Slaughter, issue number 13. If you're not currently up on House of Slaughter or Something is Killing the Children right now, House of Slaughter is currently pursuing Erica in Something is Killing the Children. I continue to applaud any indie publisher that wants to hand the likes of the Rom V's and the James Tynion IV the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, to let them build these universes and these characters and not have it feel like so just rushed. We're on like year 3 or maybe year 4 of Something's Killing the Children universe. Maybe year 3, I don't know. COVID, everything blends. It all blends. Okay, that's the other FEPIC cover of the week. We've got those separated for our TikToks. Be sure to follow us on TikTok at FEPIC Coffee and Comics. Ooh, we're not gonna talk about it this episode, but next episode, which will be later tonight, I got a new coffee I'm featuring. It's absolutely delicious. They put in the time, not to mention, it's owned by a fellow creative and artist that we'll talk more about. But yeah, we'll get into the coffee, but be sure to follow us over there on TikTok. You can also check out some of the books that you could swoop up. Swoop, swoop. And like kind of condensed reviews. Yeah, condensed reviews. I'm bagging and boarding, doing a whole show. But a lot of times I'll throw up a TikTok afterwards of kind of a recap. Pretty sure I didn't even read this title. I just threw it in a bag and board like it didn't exist. But it does exist, and it's a lot of fun. This is another series. I told you, sometimes it gets tough to keep up with the Avengers, right? Who's on the team, which timeline, which universe, whatever. Avengers Forever from Jason Aaron has been so much fun. We've had so many introductions to new characters, different universes, of course, but still, regardless, it's been a lot of fun. Very fast paced, but still, now we're hitting on the celestial side of things. This is Avengers Forever, issue number 15. Issue number 15. Swoop that up. Swoop that up. Over here on IG, I'm picking back up that Batman Killing Joke from Alan Moore and Brian Boland. This is your first print. And it is a crispy first print. Let us know if you want to swoop that. There in the comments. Facebook, if you guys have not already, do me a favor, slide into the description. At the description, there's a link. It'll take you to our YouTube. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and then hit that bell so you know, just like on Facebook, when we go live. Because Facebook is dying. So I need you with me everywhere. Okay, here we are. What was the significance? I did not get to read this issue, actually. So, I'm not sure what goes down. Oh, shit. She drops him like... Okay, so, you're gonna get, this is a great issue to swoop up. There's gonna be multiple first appearances. There's gonna be different versions of characters. All of them will be black. And you're gonna watch one of them drop the abomination like it's fucking nothing. Anyways, with that, this is Bishop War College issue number 2. That is your cover A. Swoop that up. We're meeting some people. We're meeting some people. Pulling that Daredevil Man Without Fear 257. That's your Punisher Daredevil crossover. Swoop, swoop. This was supposed to roll out with Hulk issue number 13. My bad. I hit you with the cover A and got all excited about Titan letting loose and all that stuff, and I kind of forgot about, and I don't know how. Is that? Oh, nope, that's just the cover. I didn't know how. I forgot about the Alex Ross Timeless Villain cover. Psh, my bad. Gotta have these timeless covers. Absolutely gorgeous. Alex Ross. And to think this was like, you know, all one massive painting, perfectly broken up cover to cover. I need that painting. You saw it with all the heroes. That shit was not cheap, even for a print. Lazarus Planet. Okay. Wolverine, yep. I'm not even following Wolverine right now, as we've talked about multiple times on past episodes. Jonathan Hickman, though an amazing talent, completely burnt me out, man. From like the X universe. I know he's not even like running the show after we didn't complete his kind of full picture of Allison Powers, and it gets handed off to Duggan, who is also another one, such a nice guy. Have gotten to meet him a couple different times at different signings here. One most recently on New Comic Book Day over at Things from Another World. So nice. Was just like signing things left and right, chatting it up. Really cool. But even there, I was having a conversation about X-Men fatigue, X-Universe fatigue. Wolverine as a title I will continue to collect no matter what. I will always be grabbing the ongoing. But with that in mind, still a little burnt out. There is your Alex Ross timeless villain cover. The queen herself. I only have 2 extra copies actually of all of the timeless covers, so those will be gone because general aftermarket for all of those Alex Ross covers is like low end $10 a book. So you know, grab. Oh, this is a facsimile. Okay. What is this? It is a facsimile. Okay. I didn't see this in my box, but I'm looking at it. And it says $3.99, and there's no way Batman 357 was $3.99. So that is a facsimile of some classic bats versus the squid. Where are we at? Blub, 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 blub. You know, I continue to grab those facsimiles because sometimes you just don't have the money to afford the real thing. But it's real cool to still have a copy all the way down to the ads of that issue. All right, so with that, this was added into my box, not per my request, but because I believe I missed the title, and the lovely folks at Excalibur, there in Portland, Oregon, right off Hawthorne, were like, no, he's gonna want this. He's gonna want this one. It is from Kyle Higgins and Brian Buccellato, as well as Gerald Borges on the interior work. The cover is also done by Gerald Borges, but it is tied into Black Market narrative, which makes me wonder if it has any connection to the Radiant universe. This is No One, issue number 1, and that is your cover A. And while I'm sitting here, I'm going to give us a little, any kind of synopsis. We're just gonna jump right in. No, we're gonna just jump. We're just gonna jump right in. little make out session and then straight to the violence. Okay, yeah, no, there is no, fuck no one. Okay, let's hit you with the. Oh, he beating this cop. That's a cop? Okay, this is gonna be interesting. This other dude is not a cop. This is a vigilante on punk. Gives you an idea of the interior work. Oh, yeah. May 1st, 2021, no one sends first statement video to news and web outlets. No one can hide in the shadows. No one posts their second video statement on the first on their website, containing what is to believe a male voice to the hypocrites and the corrupt. Oh yeah, this is a whole timeline of everything this vigilante has done up until the point of, oh, he's got copycats now. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna jump into this. I'm gonna jump into this and give you a much more thorough review from Kyle Higgins. This is No One, issue number 1. Definitely got some good vibes on it. Dig the interior work. And from what I just picked up off that timeline image, or infographic is more of what it was. I'm gonna dig it. No One, issue number 1, cover it. I'm Kyle Higgins. Swoop, swoop. You know I got rules. You know I got those rules. It's an indie. It's a number 1. Swoop it. Okay. And last, but definitely not least, I saved this because the ending of this book is wild. There's no way. I mean, like I said, sometimes I just ruin things, but this has been building up. I've been telling y'all. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. All right, here we are. We're issue number 4. We've already, like I said, we've been introduced to the new, baddie, right? It's been a lot of fun, quick moving. This is a great series already, and we're only 4 issues in. But let me just hit you with the final. No, that's not the last, but. There's Miles on the ground outside of what appears to be his completely destroyed home that his entire family was inside of. Like, what? I was like, wait, what? So again, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We're only 4 issues in of this current run. Go swoop these up. You already got a first appearance. Well, yeah, first appearance, not to mention like the story itself. It's moving, it's fast paced, the interior work pops. While at the same time, man, that's the second issue of 2 or of 4 issues where I was like, what? Wow. Yeah. Anyways, swoop swoop. Make it happen. We're gonna end it on that note because why not end it on a high note, right? Why not end it on a high note? There you go, IG, swoop that up. All right, y'all. As always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Happy New Comic Book Day. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Hit the bell so you know when we go live. If you're over there on IG or Facebook, in the bio, the link in the bio will take you straight to our YouTube. Hit subscribe and the bell over there as well. Greatly appreciated. If there's something you see that you did not swoop but you'd like to, you know what to do. Leave a comment or DM the page. If there's something that you're looking for that you did not see, feel free to DM the page. We'll find it. We go hunting in the wild all the time. That's half the fun. All right, y'all. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.